Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're going to look at a new purchase that I made. I was at a Harbor Freight sale a couple weeks ago, and they had these electric chainsaw sharpeners on sale. So tonight I'm going to do an unboxing. We'll take a look at it. I'll put it together, and then we're going to check it out and see how well it does with my 10-inch electric pole saw. I was out in the yard this weekend trimming trees and stuff and realized that this chain was getting kind of dull. I've had this saw for 6 years. I've never sharpened the chain or replaced the chain on it. And it's always done real well. I've really been happy with this Remington pole saw. Anyway, tonight we're going to do a before and after. I'm going to cut a piece of log right here. I'll bend the camera down so you can kind of watch it and see how well it cuts. And then we'll unbox the chainsaw sharpener, put it together, sharpen this chain up, and then we'll do an after and see what kind of difference it makes. So I'm going to bend the camera down so you can see the log as I cut, and then we'll go from there. It's going to be a little loud, so you might want to turn your volume down a little bit. Okay. As you can see, it took quite a while to get through that. It cut it pretty good, but it did take a while. The chain's pretty dull. As what I'll do when I edit this video is I'll actually see how many seconds it actually took to cut through. And then once we sharpen the chain, we'll do it again and see what the time difference is. I'm going to shut this video off for a minute and restart it when I get set up to open up the box, and we can take a look at the electric chain sharpener. Okay, let me bend this down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Haven't even opened it yet, so we're going to do this together. Piece of wood. Got Chicago Electric, the manual for it. Okay. Of course, it's all plastic, but for $24.95, what do you expect? But that's what it looks like. It looks like it's going to take some assembly. Got some other pieces here. That's a piece of cardboard. This unscrews from the bottom. And that's it. That's all that's left in the box. So it doesn't look like it'll be too much work to assemble it. Let me get it assembled. I'll turn this video back on, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got the chain off the pole saw. I've got my sharpener all set up, except I don't have it plugged in yet. Let me kind of give you a little bit of view here. If you look down here real close, the only assembly I had to do was this cable. I had to put this cable in. Because what that does is when you take this down and push it, it's like a bicycle, if you can see it or not. It's like a bicycle brake. And you squeeze it and it keeps the chain from spinning. If you notice right here, you can see how it clamps. It clamps the chain down. And then this adjustment here is to stop it So as the chain moves, like it's supposed to, then you back it off like that. This stops on the piece that you're sharpening. This comes down with that grinder wheel and goes down inside here. It's supposed to anyway. And I see I've got that on the wrong one. So we'll go to the next one. And it should be pretty much set. And that's how you adjust it and sharpen the teeth on it. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and go ahead and adjust the chain, and we'll see how she did. I'll plug it in and turn this camera back on just for a second. It's going to be kind of hard to do it and hold the camera at the same time, but I'll turn it on so you can hear it and get an idea what it does. Okay? Alright, I got it plugged in. I'm just going to turn it on. The switch is up on top there. If I can reach it, there it goes. Actually kind of quiet. It's quieter than I thought it would be. And as you see, as I push the brake down, it holds the chain in place. And as you bring it down, it cuts it, just like that. So let's shut the camera off. I'm going to finish sharpening the chain all the way. We'll put it back on the chainsaw and we'll see how well it did. Alrighty, I got her sharpened up. I'm ready to put it back on the chainsaw again. I just wanted to make a couple other notes about this sharpener. On the top here, it's got that knob, and that's a stop. And it stops you from cutting into the main body of the chain. The bolt goes down here and hits this little thing right here. And you can adjust it to the depth so it doesn't cut down into the body of the chain. These are the rollers. You can roll it. And then again, you adjust this so it comes back and the wheel is lined up right where it's supposed to be, and then hit the brake and take it down and it sharpens it. So let's put it back on the saw again. Also on the bottom here, it has a nut that loosens and you adjust your angle. You even 30 degrees that way, 30 degrees that way, and of course then it's got 0. And that's how you adjust your angles for the pitches opposite each other. Let's put the chain on the saw back on and we'll see what happens. Okay, I got the chain put back on. I've got the tension adjusted on the chain. Got it all cleaned up. And now we're going to cut this log again and we'll see if it made a big difference. First, I can't get any sawdust in my beer though, so I gotta be careful about that. Don't never waste a beer. All right, it's gonna be loud, so you might want to turn your volume down. Well, let's see how long it takes to cut through this time. And as you see, I probably have the chain on backwards. So I'm going to pause this and take it back apart and we'll try it again. Okay, I'm back. This time I've got the chain on the saw right. I tell you what, I have never done that before. I have never put a chainsaw blade on backwards. And if you believe that, I've got some really nice beachfront property in Arizona I'd like to sell you. But anyway, let's try it. And again, I'll time it and put it on the video as how better it cut after the sharpening. I'm gonna shut this off, and we'll see how she did. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, that's a Chicago electric sharpener. And if you wait around, oh boy, I almost dropped it right on the floor, brand new. And if you wait for a while, when Harbor Freight has their sales, you can get them pretty cheap. Like I said, I paid $24.95 for this one. So again, until next time, glad you came by, and we'll see you next time again in my shop.